You've recently said one of the things that keeps you up at night is inequity in the city. What is the most frustrating part of the city's affordable housing shortage issue for you?
Yeah, inequity keeps me up at night because I know it's a root cause to a number of other things, whether that's poverty, to crime, to also educational outcomes. It just leads to issues that we have where we don't see each other. This is why certain parts of our community feel divided and separated from one another. And so we have to build or preserve 20,000 units of affordable housing in 8 years. And what disturbs me is that over the past 12 years, much of that has not been done. So when I become mayor, I'm going to rapidly build new housing at all of the Atlanta Housing Authority sites like Bankhead, Bowen Homes, Inglewood, and Herndon Homes and Hollywood Court. These places have land, and now with the infrastructure bill that's coming out, we will also be able to do some of the sewers and the other work that is below ground that we don't have funding from HUD for. So sometimes the leadership at AHA has said, well, we don't have enough money to be able to do these things. Well, we'll have the infrastructure money and we'll have the land, and HUD will provide the assistance in us developing these properties. So I'm looking for nonprofit developers and for-profit developers to help me rapidly build these housing units of mixed income where the teacher, the principal, and the janitor can all live in the same community and their kids go to the same schools, and we get good amenities in those areas like grocery stores.
Is that the big difference, the president's infrastructure bill, the plan, the law now? Is that the difference with making it happen? Because, you know, I've been speaking to residents, and the big frustration is that they have heard similar promises for years now. All of this empty land has created blight in their communities, and nothing has been done, even though the promises have been out there. So this plan that you have to build or preserve 20,000 units of affordable housing over 8 years, is it more possible now because of this infrastructure plan?
Two things make it more possible. Someone who actually cares and is intentional about affordable housing to the tune of all of the policies that the city has done. I've had my fingerprints on it over the past 8 years. I'm the affordable housing champ, according to Atlanta Magazine and a number of other across the nation. I'm the one that's trying to move us into a place where people can afford to live. So one is the intentionality of leadership. The CEO of this city will be hands-on and very effective at making sure we do that. The second is there's a lot more resources, whether that's the infrastructure money, choice grants, and other grants that are out there. And I was very instrumental in helping with our House ATL group. That is all of the leadership around housing for the Metro Atlanta area. We put our ideas together, and some of the ways is how to braid and layer funding to be able to get these things done. Now it's time to go do it. It is about implementation and execution.
So people who see you as being a city council member for the past 8 years, in that time, what have you done to build or create more affordable housing?
Yeah, you think about the Beltline. When I first came onto council, 96% of everything that was built along the Beltline was luxury, far out of reach of the average working person in the city of Atlanta. So what I did was I created this policy called Inclusionary Zoning, and that policy requires 10 or 15% of the units that are built around the Beltline to be set aside for affordable housing. That passed in 2017 and went into law in 2018. And since then, in just 3 years, even with the pandemic, we have 800 units of affordable housing built and under construction. Imagine if I was mayor in 2010 and I created this policy, we'd have thousands of units of affordable housing from the start of this Beltline. It would be very much mixed income, but I tell everybody, keep on living. My policy is going to be in perpetuity, and we'll have thousands of units of affordable housing around the Beltline. I've also preserved housing units for senior citizens by helping them rehab their houses so they can stay in place. $30,000 worth of senior rehab money that they don't have to pay back. And that kept them vultures that were coming at their houses to take them over because of a roof repair or something like that. Seniors got new roofs, got new HVAC units. All of this is also a part of preserving affordable housing so that seniors can age in place. I have a full record of housing opportunity bonds that we put together, $140 million to help build housing. And so that's my legacy, is going to be preserving or building housing.
Do you think Atlanta will ever be affordable for all?
That's ambitious goal that I have to make sure that there's a place for everyone, all the way from individuals that have no income right now. They may be experiencing homelessness, and to be able to get them into self-sufficiency is a
a lot
goal of
of people
mine.
are being pushed out.
And people are being pushed out, and evictions are happening behind our backs. And so I want Atlanta to be a place that works well for everyone. That's really my ambition as mayor, to make sure that people can live here. I don't want a San Francisco where people drive in every day to serve the people that live there, and they have to go out at night, because they can't afford to live in the city. That is problematic for me. And so I'm doing everything I can. And on the other side of this is affordable housing. We've only talked about the housing side of it, but the affordable part is about incomes. We have to give people mobility, moving up the ladder, giving them skills so that they can get higher paying jobs. I don't want to just have people living in low income or subsidized apartments or housing forever. It's important for them to be able to move up to $60,000, then up to $80,000, to be able to, continue to provide for themselves. So I'm not just an affordable housing guy that's just thinking that we build our way out of these scenarios. We have to build rapidly, but we have to work on making sure people are included in the economics of this city.
And it's back to the inequity that we started with.
That's right.